Hello, I'm John Baker from ISIS. I'm here in Dubai at the GPCA annual forum for GPCA TV. This morning I'm talking to Neil Chapman, President of Chemicals at ExxonMobil. Hello, thank you for talking to GPCA TV. ExxonMobil Chemicals got a big project coming up in Saudi Arabia shortly. Could you tell us a little bit about the importance of that and what it is?
Well, the aim of this project is to create a raw material platform to help the development of a downstream rubber processing and tire industry in Saudi Arabia. And it's an extension of our joint venture with SABIC in Al Jubail. So we're going to bring online a portfolio of rubber and elastomer products. ExxonMobil is bringing two of its most prized technology assets, halobutyl rubber and the single-site metallocene catalyzed EPDM and plastomers. We're adding to that PBR and SBR and carbon black. The project is essentially mechanically complete and we're in the early stages of startup. And we understand very clearly the priority of the kingdom to create these downstream industries. And we've been working, we had a relationship with our partner SABIC and with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for decades. And this project is just part of building on that relationship in the kingdom.
And how will it feed into the downstream development? Are you building a sort of industrial park or something?
Well, we're working very closely with all segments of the Saudi government to help bring in these downstream companies, particularly the tire companies, but also all rubber processing companies, conveyor belts, hoses, etc. So we're working very, very closely to attract those companies in. The key is to have the raw material platform, which is essentially complete. We've also worked closely on a development of a college of elastomer training, which is in Yanbu, and that's been operational now for several years. And that's providing the workforce for this downstream industry as well.
Right. And tomorrow you're going to be talking about the importance of integration in your operations. Yeah. Why is that so key to you?
Well, integration between our chemical business and our refinery business has been foundational for us for decades. And it's not just about co-location of a chemical plant and a refinery. It's about maximizing the value of all the molecules from a barrel of crude oil. That's across the lubes value chain, the fuels value chain, and the chemical value chain. And that's been foundational for how we've approached the chemical business for decades. And we've now extended that into the upstream. We're a big upstream player, of course, globally. We're a big gas player globally. And a lot of chemical feedstocks comes from gas. And so we've extended that integrated model there. And we've extended the integrated model to the customer side as well, which is really about creating more value with the customer. And we always look for this win-win situation where it's a win for the raw material supplier, it's a win for the chemical producer, and it's a win for the customer. That's how we've approached it.
Right, and how do you work with the customer to do that? Sort of virtual integration?
Well, it's all about, rather than being a raw material supplier, it's about bringing solutions to the customer, bringing new applications. You know, the customer is always looking for new innovations, new type of customers, and we bring not just raw materials, but how you can use these products. We work with the customer to develop new applications. And what it does, this whole integration across the value chain, of course it maximizes the value for the raw material supplier, the chemical producer, and the customer, but it also mitigates volatility. It's a highly volatile industry. The closer we integrate in the market and with the raw material supplier, the more we can mitigate that volatility.
Yes, looking ahead, I think that we might be having a bit of volatility. What do you think about the wave of capacities in the States that are coming on? How's that going to affect the market?
I really don't think it's anything new. We've seen this many times before. In the last 20 years, there's been a glut of capacity coming out of China. There was a glut of capacity coming out of this region. The market will absorb it. You know, the ethylene market grows at 3 to 3.5% per year, and that means that the market needs 5 million tons of new capacity every single year just to meet the demand. 5 million tons. By the last analysis I saw, I think there are 5 steam crackers in construction in the US today. So that's just 1 to 2 years of demand growth. And each of these projects takes 3 or 4 years to develop. So yes, there'll be additional capacity coming in the US, and there's a whole bunch of more investments that have been announced. But it takes 3 to 4 years to develop these projects. And the world needs 5 million tons every single year. So I think we've seen it before. I think it's just one of those waves that's going to come through. I don't see it as anything different than what we've seen historically.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Neil. Thank you.
Thank you.